Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you are doing great. My name is Ramiz Ismail and I have done degrees in English. So today we have planned to discuss some of the basic topics of grammar. So before starting that introduction to grammar, let's look into these terms. We would be starting with, the basics of grammar, which is, extreme to zero level. When we talk about grammar, the first thing which comes to our mind is tenses. So, but I won't start with the tenses, right? The topics or the terms which are linked with tenses, then to the driest topic of grammar, that's narration. So first of all, we have to understand this word. So what would be the definition of verb? Definition of verb. I would give you three elements of verb. Action, position, and being. Any word which shows you an action or position or being. Being may confuse you, I'll define it. Any word which shows us action. For instance, play, walk, right? Think. When I say action, it doesn't mean any movement, right? It means any task. Whether you walk or you do not walk, you are sitting on a chair thinking, right? Comprehending. That's also action. Any action, right? Then comes possession. Possession means belongingness. When any word shows belongingness to someone or something. We have words like have, has, had. The models come into this category. We'll be discussing models later on. Right now we are focusing on the three elements of verb. These three elements will define our verb, the term verb, right? The first is action. Any word which shows action is verb. Any word which shows possession is verb. Like for instance, if I write anywhere, if I write have, has, and the past form of both of these words. Have, has, and the past form, right? These two are present forms and this one is past form, right? We'll be discussing later on have and has, uses of both of these words. Where do we use have and has, right? So any word which shows belongingness, have basically, has and had. All the three words show us position. That means the words are verbs, right? Sometimes they function as models as well. And models are verbs as well. Models are verbs, right? Because they tell us, about something which is very important. I'll be discussing in a while. The third one is being. How can you define being? Existence. Yes, existence. Being shows us existence. Okay? Any word which shows us action is verb, possession is verb, and being is verb. What comes into this category? All of the auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Can you give me another name for auxiliary verbs? Helping. Very good. Helping verbs. Helping verbs. For instance, is, am, are, was, were. These words, these auxiliary verbs are also verbs, right? Sometimes we call them additional verbs, right? But they tell us they are similar in function. Like we have play. The way play is important as verb, similarly is important as verb. Okay, so I'll be repeating once again. Verb, any word which shows us action, possession, or being, we call them verbs, right? Now let's come to the definition of verb. Once again, verb. What what one significant element defines verb and differentiates it from noun?
Action.
Yes? Any other thought? Any other idea? If I tell you, okay, let me write like this. Let me put it like this. What do you think? Is verb important or noun important in grammar? Both? Yeah, what do you think?
I think verb is more.
Verb is more important. Why?
Because it shows what is happening. Now it's just giving us a name, some name of something.
Very good. See, there are two reasons of this. Why is verb important than noun? Why? Because verb shows us or discusses this important element.
Time.
Time.
Verb shows us time. It tells us about time. While as noun has nothing to do with time.
Time.
It doesn't touch time.
Yes.
For instance, this is one point. Verb shows us time, it discusses time, but noun does not. I can replace noun. Replaceable. I can replace noun with pronoun. But can I dare something same with verb? Verb cannot be changed. What will happen if I change verb? The entire meaning of the sentence will change.
Exactly.
Right? The entire meaning will change. For instance, it has a direct link with the time, so the verb cannot be replaced. Can't be replaced. Now it can be replaced, but the entire structure and the meaning of the sentence will change. Right? We only come to know about the action when we have verb. If we eliminate verb from languages, language has no meaning. I cannot write a sentence without verb. No sentence can be written without verb. Such is the importance of verb, right? Because it determines the action and the time of the action, right? Verb, this is, on a very light note, because we are, working on genders. So we are very excited with genders. What if I do something, with writing a gender, then mentioning any verb form? What will happen to the gender? I'll explain it. We have auxiliary verbs, helping verbs. Is, am, was. I said is not considered as main verb. We call it additional verbs, right? I'll mention it here. Is or am. These are additional verbs. Okay, sometimes they become main verbs, but let's not discuss that right now. Is and am are additional verbs, right? Do they tell us about time? Is and am? Think once again. When I use is, does it tell me about time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the past form of is? Was.
Yes.
Am.
Yeah.
Present or past?
Present.
This is present. The past form of am is? Was. Okay, so this also shows us time, although this is additional verb, but this tells us about time. What if I write, I won't use my pronoun because this is very dangerous sentence I'm going to write. He is a boy. Could you imagine what would happen if I change additional verb?
Yes.
Okay.
Huh?
Alright.
This is so dangerous, right? Although this is additional verb, but this changes the entire meaning of the sentence. Okay, so we can't think of a language without verb. This is an important element without which no sentence can be written. We cannot understand when this particular action has been done, right? So this is the importance of verb. While as noun can be replaced by pronoun. Okay, he, she, it, now, any they, right? We, any other word can be used in placement of noun. Right? Now when it comes to verbs, once again, we understand verbs with the help of verb forms. I'm sorry, I know you are burdened. Yeah. Verb forms. Verb has forms. Okay? Verb has forms. This is very basic I'm teaching you right now. So once these terms are clear, we'll be getting the most important topic of grammar, that is narration. right? I consider that driest because students always hate that topic, right? When it comes to verb forms, verb has only 3 forms. But in order to make things easier for the students, for the aspirants, we say there are 5 forms of verbs. There are 5 forms of verbs. Okay? Remember, this will determine your tenses. Where do we use V1? What happens with V2? Where do we use V3? And same goes with these two as well. Okay? V1 is basic form of verb. We call it root word. Root word or basic you can also say. Or remember the name, we call this bare infinitive. Bare infinitive. Bare infinitive. Where do we use V1? Can you guess? Present what? Where do we use V1?
Definite.
Present simple. V1 is always used for present simple. Always. Moreover, we also use V5 for present simple. Remember this. I'm writing this in the bracket. V5 is also used for present simple. V5. This one, This one. Used for present simple. Present simple. V1 and V5 are always used for present simple. Okay? Now let me ask you a question. How do we recognize whether this is present simple or not?
It's in present tense continuous.
No. I'll repeat the question. I say that how will I understand whether this is present simple or past simple or something else? I said it.
By the form we are using.
By the verb form. Which form of verb do we use for present simple? V1. So doesn't that mean wherever you see V1, you have to close eyes and say this is present simple? Okay? For instance, I walk. Which form of verb I have used here? V1. Okay? First form of verb. We call it bare infinitive.
Yes.
Useful. So I saw V1 here. I'll have to say this is present simple. The tense used in this sentence is present simple. Okay. By the way, tell me whether this is a sentence or not.
I walk. It conveys the message.
It is because it's complete.
It's complete. Is this a sentence?
I walk.
That means we have to begin with definition of sentences. Right? Yeah. So
A word like that.
But
that's child.
I walk. It conveys the message.
Huh?
Is the meaning provide correct and it shows like complete meaning. I
Huh?
walk.
This is a sentence.
This is a complete.
This is a sentence.
Something which conveys the complete. I like which is.
Yes. But see, how do children learn whether this is a sentence or not? You have the same kind of thoughts in your mind. But the proper way of identifying whether this is a sentence or not, we'll be discussing some other day when we begin with the sentences. Okay? But this is a sentence. Okay? Right. So when I say I walk, you will have to find out which verb form has been used and you will label the tense, which form of tense has been used. Okay? I'm saying all these things, because we are discussing verb forms. Otherwise, we'll be discussing tenses in some other lecture. V2 is used for present past simple. It doesn't have any name, but used for past simple. So how do you identify past simple? By V2. If walk is V1, what could be the V2 of walk? Walked. How do you pronounce this word? Walked. We have to produce t sound at the end. Walked. Walked, not walked. Okay? Walked. So this is used for past simple. So if anybody tells you, write a paragraph in past simple.
Okay.
Somebody asks you that you have to write a paragraph, but use only past simple. What does that mean?
Every word
Every verb should be in past simple.
It could be.
Yeah.
Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
I'm saying if somebody tells you write a paragraph using only past simple. So which form of verb will you use?
Past is
Only V2.
V2.
Only V2. Yes, you do not have to write. For instance, if I'm writing a paragraph, I walked on the road. I was singing. Now this is incorrect because was singing is not V2. Okay? I sang. I walked on the road. I sang. I saw a man. Okay? Man walking. Right? I jumped in the car. Okay? I threw a stone to him. Right? So you have to use only past simples. But how will we understand how to use past simples? By using V2 only. Okay? This one is very, very complex. V3. Can you tell me V3 is used where?
V3. Continuous form. But
Have you heard active voice, passive voice?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You have heard? Okay. This V3 has so many uses, right? It's very dominant in language. So I won't give it any name,
okay.
right? Why? Because this sometimes functions as past participle. Okay. When does that happen? Will be discussed later on. This V3 is used extensively in passive voice. We call it participle, remember. Write this in the bracket. Participle. Used for passive voice, and we call it participle. Participle is not a permanent name to this. Okay, do you have any confusion? Ma'am? Do you have any confusion? Okay. Shall I give an example?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what I have used. I have sung. I sung. I sang. Is first sentence correct?
I have sung.
I have sung, yes.
Correct? Okay.
I sang.
Yes.
Correct?
All the three are correct.
Okay. This one is correct?
I sang. I sang.
Again correct.
Correct. Okay. Now tell me, sung and sung, what is the difference?
See.
Past.
Hmm?
Both are past.
Do you find
I
any
have sung means this shows the work has been completed. Just some-
work has been done? Okay. What about I sung? Okay, tell me which verb form did I use here?
V3.
V3. Which verb form did I use here?
We do.
How do I know this is V3 and this is V2? You're correct. This is V3.
Yes.
This is
We do.
V2. Yeah.
Past simple.
This is past simple.
Alright, I got
You didn't get it. I know that. See,
it. Yeah.
this is V3. How do I say this is V3? Why not this one?
Because you have there
Used.
have.
Yes, yes.
Have.
Which is helping.
V3 is always preceded by have, has and had.
Yeah.
Okay, that's V3. And V2 always comes separate. It's a lonely word. Okay, I walked is V2, but if I write I have walked, then V3. V3 is always preceded by have, has, had. Understood? Clear? Okay. Then coming to V4, we'll be discussing passive voice, right? You don't have to worry about that. Participles will be discussed. Okay. V4 is ing form of the verb. V4 is ing form of the verb. Walk,
Walking.
walking. Sit, sitting. Any ing word is V4. Okay. V4. This is also used for participles, but right now we'll not be discussing any of the participle, right? V5. We erase this one first. thinking some different. Okay. V5 is S form of verb. S form of verb. S form of verb, right? Simply adding S or ES with the verb. Sing. What can be V5 of sing? Sings, right? Ending the word with S or ES is V5. V5 and V1 is always used for present simple. Okay? If I walk, I've used V1 present simple. If it's I walk, he walks. This S form is V5. Which tense has been used here?
V5.
Here?
Tense.
Present simple. Present simple. Which tense has been used here? Present simple. Okay? Go, goes. Go becomes goes. We are adding ES with it. Achha, very importantly, what happens with this word? Do. Does. Okay? I do my homework. What about she? Come on. Does her homework. How will I remember where I have to use S or not adding S? How will I know that?
Second form, when the subject like he, she, we, when you are using. So we add ES there.
Did you understand the question? Okay, I'm saying that how will I know whether I have to use S with the verb or not? Adding S or ES with the verb or not? When does this happen? Remember always, this is a very short rule. He, she, it, and singular noun. Singular noun. With these, we add S or ES with the verb form, with the verbs. With the verb only in present simple. Good. This rule is not applicable in past simple.
Okay.
Shall I give an example?
Sir, यहाँ पे हमने ना he, she, it and singular noun.
Yeah.
We add S/ES.
Yeah. With the verbs only in present simple.
Okay.
I'll explain it. I sing. This is subject, this is verb.
Yes.
Okay? Now see, with these words, let us choose any word. I'll choose my name. Ramiz. I chose my name, singular, right? I'll have to use a verb now. Okay? I'll use sing. Now what does rule say? If I'm writing present simple, okay, I have to add S or ES with the verb S. Okay? I think this is clear. She sings. Why do I use S here? Because this is one of the words from these four. This only happens in present simple. If it is past simple, Ramiz sang. Now, do I have to add S? No. Yahan pe S will not be applicable. This only happens in present simple, which is V1. So this rule applies to V1, which is present simple. Clear? I teach. I teach. Is this correct sentence?
Yes.
I teach. Correct sentence. She teaches. Correct? Okay. Raju teach. Teaches. Okay, why? Singular noun.
Yes.
Okay. If I say Raju taught,
Correct.
taught, we won't add s with taughts. Okay, it would be incorrect. I hope this is clear. Is it clear? Any confusions? No? Okay. So we were talking about verb forms. V1 is bare infinitive, then used for present simple. This is used for past simple. This is used for passive voice. We call it participle. This is used for ing. Okay, where do we use ing form? In all of the three tenses of
In all three tenses of
what?
In continuous tense like present, past. And
Yes. In all three tenses of progressive tense, you say, or continuous? Or continuous tenses, okay? Whether it is present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Okay? I am singing, I was singing, I will be singing. Okay? I used ing form. Okay? Then comes V5, which is used for present simple and takes s or es form. Okay? Doesn't that mean V5 is used with those 4 words which I showed you here?
V5 for these.
Does it have a connection? Yes.
Yes.
I add s only with he, she, it and now.
Yes.
Okay? Can you give me any example of it? You will have to bring verb after this word and then you have to add s with the verb.
You are saying using it with s. With the
Bring a verb with it. Make a sentence. It. Bring any word. You will have to add s with that word.
Okay.
It works.
It works. Give me another example. This was used in the previous lecture.
No. I haven't.
Okay. Give me another. It has a relevance with the weather.
Oh, okay.
Come on. I gave you hint. It has relevance with the weather.
Rains.
It rains and it snows.
Yeah.
Okay. It rains and snows. Somebody tells you, why did you use s? Because of the word it. We use s or es with the word when it is present simple. Okay? It rained. We don't have to use s or es. Okay? This happens only in present simple. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So I think we should be stopping discussing a little portion of basics of grammar. I hope this is all clear to you. Thank you so much.